Hey guys, I am working on a hatchet. This is what you saw me working on in my previous blacksmithing video. It's got a little bit of rust on it, that's because it's fresh out of the furnace. Finally got this giant chunk removed that took way too long, so we're sanding it down. But I wanted to talk about pessimism, nihilism, as well as hope. I have been speaking to a lot of people, both in my personal life and just people showing up in the chat of my Rain World streams. And I have noticed that a lot of people are feeling like very pessimistic and nihilistic. And I do get it to some extent. We are in very unfortunate times. Times are very scary right now. But I don't think it's worth giving up hope for. I actually feel incredibly hopeful and optimistic about our future. Sure, there's the terrifying ice raids in the US, Donald Trump threatening to annex Greenland, and in other places you have the rise of far-right parties, like in Germany, or just the rise of prominence of far-right parties even in places like the UK. So I get the feeling that things are a little hopeless, but I think that's kind of dumb. And I'll tell you why. I mean this in like a really encouraging way. So the reason I feel that way is we are at a very pivotal point in history where we have a lot of influence. Sure, we can't exactly immediately stop Russia's invasion of Ukraine or the genocide that's happening in Gaza. But we can apply pressure. And we've seen some of that pressure come into play with the Gaza situation, for example. We've seen support wane and leaders start to back off from their support of Israel. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu is legally designated as a war criminal. That's progress right there. Sure, this happened I think a year and a half ago, but still. I should have used a... No, wait, this is the lowest grit that I have. Never mind. I've seen grassroots movement and real change happening that to me is very, very optimistic. Look at the 2025 elections in the US. The left swept that election. We dominated. Look at the election of Zoran Mamdani in New York City. Look at the election of Katie Wilson in Seattle. Both Democratic socialists. They both came into power. We're seeing people, in my opinion, start to wake up and fight for what is right, fight for progress. And I think that's encouraging. Things are looking bad, but luckily for us, the people on top are very, very stupid. So I feel good because they are setting up the perfect opportunity for us, the people, to take back the system. And that's why I feel so optimistic. I don't think that we're doomed. I think whether or not we are doomed is dependent on if we can take back the system, which is something that is, for the first time in my lifetime, truly achievable. It seems doable. Like the energy is on our side. We have a lot of influence. We're kind of, at least on the left in the US, we're taking our party back. Because they're not doing anything. So we're saying, fine, we'll do it ourselves. And I find that to be really inspiring. Those of you who have watched my Rain World streams know that, for the most part, I find the game to be very inspiring. Minus the Saint playthrough, which I just beat last night. That ending felt very pessimistic, but we won't focus on that. So the setting of Rain World is you live in a pretty much post-apocalyptic world where everything in the ecosystem is just trying to survive. And the reason I find it inspiring is the concept that life always finds a way. That's something I personally believe. I also believe that good will always prevail over evil. Even if not in the short term, it will in the long term. I I don't believe that things are as bad as we perceive them, and I also don't think that pessimism or nihilism is a helpful tool. I see it as I can't afford to give up. There is a lot at stake in these times, which is why we have to fight for them. We can't just roll over. We can't just say, "Oh, well, we're done. What can I do?" There's a lot you can do. Go into your local community, organize, help out. Maybe run for office, see what you can do. Write a letter to your local politician. Attend a protest. Get involved with organizations. Donate. It's really up to you how you get involved, but you got a lot of power. I personally choose to get involved by attending local protests and donating to politicians that I believe will make change. That progress is so slow. I think I need to soften the metal. But I really don't want to. I'm feeling I'm feeling good about our future. For me, what's really going to be the determining factor is whether or not centrism beats progressive values. That's that's where I have my focus on. At least here in the US, it's the 2028 presidential election. I think if we can get a real progressive candidate, real leftist, we'll be good, but if we can't, then I will start feeling a little nihilist. We get stuck with like Pete Buttigieg or like Kamala Harris. Then yeah, maybe I think some pessimism and nihilism is justified, but when we still have options, I mean, what's the point? What's the point in feeling nihilistic when there's stuff you can do? We can control and change our future. I don't I don't think that nihilism is helpful. It doesn't make you feel better, it doesn't make things easier. And I would understand it more if we lived in a truly hopeless situation, but we don't. We live in a situation where we have been put in prime position to make a change. And we just gotta grasp that. I know this is something I've said before. I think I've made a video pretty much identical to this. But I think it's something that remains worth repeating. Because it's important. It's important to remain hope. It's important to get involved. It's important to help where you can. I feel I feel hopeful. I know things like kind of suck right now. I get it. I'm there. Transgender in 2026. Ooh, that sucks. But we persist. I mean, what are they gonna do? Don't answer that. I think we have a bright future ahead of us. I can personally feel the earth moving beneath us. The tides are turning in the right direction as well. I see people waking up. I see people realizing they've been lied to, realizing that the current system doesn't work, realizing that it isn't immigrants or trans people that are making rent so expensive. People can be dumb sometimes, but I think we don't give them enough credit. Hmm. This is going a lot slower than I thought it would be, to be honest. Like, look, it's like nothing. I might have to use this grinder behind me. We'll see. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go take the easy path out, even though making a hatchet, it's not the easiest thing you can do. I mean, this is definitely an easier path to making one. It's important to find the little joys in life, even when they're kind of simple or a little silly. Do things that make you happy. For me, that's making stuff. I love blacksmithing. I love woodworking. I love streaming online, talking to my wonderful community that I'm developing on both YouTube and Twitch. I love playing games. I like competitive Pokemon. I love attending Pokemon tournaments. It's really fun. I love the Rain World community. You guys are so kind and so nice. I love my friends. They make. I, honestly, I think my friends make life worth living for me. My friends mean everything to me. They're wonderful people, and I love them. I love my family. I love my pets. I love my college, as flawed as it is. I have huge problems with how the campus is run, but I enjoy the community that I've found there. I've made friends on campus. I run into people that I know, and I get to eat lunch with them. I love bothering JD Vance on Blue Sky. That's so fun. I love just adding JD Vance or Sexy Grok or Obama and just saying unhinged stuff. It's really fun. It's honestly improved my mental health a lot, which is weird, but it's important to find things that make you happy, no matter how small they are. Whether that be bothering corrupt politicians on social media, talking to your friends, making something, going to your college class. You got a lot of options. And finding what it is for you, it's impactful. It means a lot. So, I encourage you. Go out and find what makes your life worth living. For me, that's my community. I love the people that I'm around. And if I don't love someone I'm around, I just stop being around them. Life can be a pain, but it doesn't have to be. Alright, I'm gonna go grind this piece of metal down, get rid of some of the rust. I just gotta be careful to not cut myself on this. It'd be like tetanus instantly. Speedrunning tetanus. I almost said Tetris. I appreciate you guys. I've gotten a lot of growth within the past few months, and it means a lot. You guys are really kind. I'm gonna parasocial with you. Whoa, whoa, parasocial. No, but for real, I really appreciate it. I love just rambling to you guys. If I can make you feel a little bit better, that's great. If I can trigger some conservative snowflakes who get offended that I don't show my face, even better, honestly. Oh, yeah. For me, things are going really well. And even with the current atrocities on both the world stage and the national stage, we can find a way to not only persist, but thrive. Humanity is very resilient. And I think that's something that we need to think about. You're resilient. You're a lot stronger and tougher than you think. I believe in you. So go out there, take your life back. You have a lot of influence. Use that. Make the world a better place. Help out a neighbor, block an ICE agent from deporting a grandma. Do what's right. Alright. See you guys. Sorry, my hand was a little off camera there. Okay, bye bye.